Hey, what's up, guys?
Fantastic.
My name is Azoh, and today we have Cowsep here. We're going to talk about something that happened to him recently. Do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
I am Cowsep. I am a high elo master Yi main on the Korea server, and I have been living here for the past 6 years.
And
That's good.
recently, something tragic happened, right?
Also tragic.
So you got a
Yes.
couple of accounts banned, right? After an incident,
I had a minimum of 6 accounts. I don't know exactly how many they banned, but yeah, six.
right? And they got banned after. What was it that caused the ban
So I
specifically?
actually created a Reddit thread 7 days ago. There was somebody that was witch hunting me, and I threw down their accusation, and I spun it around to talk about Korea server toxicity because the Korea server is extremely toxic. So I made a thread basically calling out the server as a server that doesn't punish players, and they decided to show me that they do indeed punish players on a manual case by case basis.
Yeah, that's pretty petty. Is that so? That's the only reason for ban. You don't int. You don't do anything like that.
Okay, so the whole thing is everybody has some reason to be banned, of course.
Of course.
I personally I do not go anywhere near the level that the Koreans do, and the primary reason I don't do that is because I'm a streamer, right? If I do something, it's on Reddit. In fact,
Yeah.
the whole reason this drama started is because somebody thought I left the game early, which I didn't, and they posted it to Reddit. If I was indeed doing things that are ban worthy, it would have been
It
on
would be
Reddit a
it would be on
long
Reddit
time ago.
immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like you see people inting or whatever, and they end up on Reddit, Shat clone, the Rain Man, and right. I don't do any of that. In fact, I have to deal with people doing this to me day in and day out. When I received my email, the email simply said, "Look at the rules." They did not give me any reason for my ban
That
until
was the
the Reddit thread.
context. Look at the
It said, "Look,
roads. Look at the rules. End
look at the
quote.
rules." It just look at the rule. Like I got 6 emails, and each one of them said the same thing.
Look at the
Your
rules.
behavior, yeah, your behavior is unacceptable or whatever. Look at the rules.
Wow.
Like I even put a picture of the rules on Reddit, so you can. I'm not holding anything back. I have nothing to hide here. Now, I did figure out eventually why I was banned, thanks to a wonderful guy who ended up calling Riot Korea. He works at Riot,
Hmm.
and he told me he told me the general gist that they were looking at my old thread and they're not trying to retaliate against me. But, they looked at my thread to try and see if I've done anything bad recently to ban me. And so, yeah, they did indeed ban me because of that thread. They admitted to it, Riot did. And the, the he gave me a one-line answer for why I was banned. He said, account sharing.
That was it.
Account
Damn.
sharing.
And they targeted every single account and just
Every
wiped it
single
clean.
account. They targeted every single account except the account that I was actually legitimately account sharing. I played somebody else's account
Oh
10
man.
games. It was a silver account. I wasn't boosting it. I was doing an educational series for my YouTube. I was going to do how to climb from silver or whatever. Yeah, I
Sure.
played 10 games on it. And yeah, I even admitted it in my post before he told me why I was banned. In
Yeah.
fact, I don't think they know why they banned me, and they just took that from my post and they said he admits right here that he was account sharing,
Yeah.
and they banned me because of it. But they never banned the account that I was actually sharing.
I think
Like
that's a pretty clear indication that it really wasn't about the account sharing. I don't think they really cared that much about that. If they
it was not.
specifically didn't ban that account, it's almost like I don't know. It sounds almost like they're trying to show that they don't care about. I don't know. That's just speculation though. But
They confirmed, the Riot guy confirmed that they manually banned
yeah.
my account. And the ridiculous part is they banned it for a thread that has video evidence. Like, because I'm trying to prove how toxic the server is, I
Hmm.
use evidence for everything. I don't just talk out of my butt. I like to use evidence. I literally had a video of a player calling me a Yankee to go back home, and he locked in Ramus with Cleanse and Ghost Mid. And we were playing with SKT Bang, who was sitting there saying, dude, Ramus, what are you doing? Please don't do that. Yo, Ramus, don't do this. We can win, Ramus. And this
Damn.
guy, he did it same day, right? And I used him as video evidence because, why not? This is the server, the state of the server, or whatever. Riot Korea admits to going to that thread and banning me because of it. But they don't ban the guy that's calling me a Yankee to go home and blah, blah, blah. For some reason, they can look at me and naked ban me because I account shared, but the guide is being what is racism less of a big deal than playing 10 games on a silver account? Like I don't understand here. 6 accounts.
6 accounts.
6 accounts.
And specifically not the one you're account sharing. That's just strikes me as really weird. But
The best part is they've known I've been account sharing for the past year and a half. I have an email chain with them as well that I will probably be releasing later when I do my video.
mhm.
Riot Korea knew full well that I could not play on my account because I had Korean social security number issues. I've gotten that resolved, and I have been playing on my main account after I got it resolved. But I was unable to play on my main account, and Riot Korea knew because I have emails proving that they know that I was account sharing. But
And they didn't have an issue. Yeah, they didn't have an issue then.
There was no issue. They simply said, when I asked for help getting my account unbanned so that I didn't have to account share, they said, I'm sorry, but we can't help you. And then later on, when I managed to get my issue resolved, they went ahead and they unlocked my account for me. So they knew full well that I was not using an account that belonged to me.
Okay, well, I think that just sort of clarifies that it really wasn't about the account sharing. If there was any doubt before, it wasn't about the account sharing. You mentioned before that Korea has sort of a different culture, shall we say? Like the server is a little bit different than other servers you played on.
The server is much different. Yes, it's the norm. It's like a lot of people talk about EUS toxicity. EUS toxicity is mostly verbal or aggressive in that way. There are some times when you'll see people run it down mid or
Definitely.
But in a large part, when you're playing EUS, you can usually mute the people and be on your merry little way. I played in EUS for a week. I did an unranked diamond, and I did get the diamond 3 MMR. I had 1 AFK in a week. I get about 4 or 5 AFKs a day in Korea. I'm not exaggerating. If you watch my stream, it's 4 or 5 a day.
How many on how many games? Like, how many games do you have to play
I play
until
about
you
13 or 14 games a day.
Wow. That is it the same? Is it just on your team because you're you, or is it just average?
It's on both teams. It's not just me. I do get more than a typical person because I am me, and I also play Master Yi, which is a champion that's largely bad early. If I played a better early game champion, then yeah, I'd probably get a few less AFKs. I'm not 100% innocent here, and I mean, I don't think anybody should ever AFK because I play Yi. But there are certain things that make me a better target, you know. And plus, I'm a Yankee that needs to go home.
Yikes!
And my mom boom.
But so it's sort of become a thing where it's more socially acceptable then to like AFK, or because if it's not about the flame or similar, like it's just more about ruining the game.
Okay. So I've been in Korea since 2012, and I was playing League of Legends, before I was a streamer. And I was at a PC room where all the kids hang out and do things like that. I had 5 students in there that were playing a 5-man pre-made with each other. And one of the students failed a gank, and he literally complained to his real life friends, stood up, and walked out. In real life, in a 5-man pre-made.
That's awkward.
This culture. This is how it works. It's just. This is the server. This is how the server works. This is what they do. I have a document. I stopped tracking my highlights because it's just too many. I literally have a document of 44 clips within a month. If not even, I don't even know the time span. It was very quick. There are 44 clips of people going AFK after I take the blue buff. Because in Korea, if you don't give them the blue buff, they go AFK.
The like 7 minute second.
The 7-minute blue buff, it belongs to the mid laner. If you take it, it's like the equivalent is if you're playing a jungler and your AD carry comes up and he takes your red buff, you're gonna be angry. The Koreans see it as the jungler taking the blue buff is like that, so they get very angry with you and they will go AFK.
Yeah, it's quite different from EUS, where you just sort of you're praising your jungle if you get the fucking 3rd blue buff. It's it's a little bit different.
Yeah, you have to ask for that.
But so you were hoping to maybe change something with the thread, right? Like they would increase the punishment for AFK, or even have any punishment for it.
That's the idea. Is that I do not particularly care that I was banned. As I said, this is a good opportunity for me to step away from the Korea server. I need a break. I've actually developed anxiety over the years from the server. I had to get it diagnosed, and it's been absolutely horrible for me, and I need a break anyway. The idea is that hopefully they will increase, like they will just add some kind of punishment. Like there's one punishment right now. Well, two. One is lead buster.
Mm-hmm.
If you walk around, you're already immune to that, right?
Sure.
Or if you leave at the end of the game or whatever, you know how lead buster works.
Yeah, of course.
We do have lead buster. Nobody gets banned to lead buster
Nobody
except for
gets
me.
caught by it.
I get banned to lead buster because my team like goes AFK and shit, and they walk around. So I leave and I hop on another account, and I get fucked by lead buster. It's real fair, real
Feels
fair.
good, man.
But yeah, it does feel great, man. So, and the second one is if you say the fuck word in Korean. If you say fuck in Korean, even if you write the shorthand version of it, you'll get banned.
Really?
That is the. I actually got chat restricted because I typoed, and it said fuck. It was a typo. It was a short typo for fuck, and it got censored, and somebody reported me, and I got chat restricted for that. You can literally say anything else. You can talk about people's mothers. You can do whatever you want. You can talk about killing people. I do not care. I personally do not talk about that stuff because I don't want to be on Reddit. More proof that indeed I am not, I'm not that kind of guy.
But fuck is just the line you don't cross in Korea. It's just
you do not cross fuck. Well, they don't know how else they should punish people. They don't know how. Their player behavior team is a little bit incompetent, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to say we have the best of the best in US, but it's not that bad. My goodness, I don't know.
I mean, at least I got answered by somebody from a different region, right?
Yeah.
I would still have no idea why I'm banned if NA Riot didn't come out and tell me. Like, and I mean, obviously it's wrong, but at least they told me.
Yeah, at least.
Korea hasn't reached out at all. They sent me automated emails, 6 of them. They manually banned me, but they sent me 6 automated. Whatever. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
That's nuts. So what's your plan from here on out? What do you think you're gonna do? What do you hope is gonna happen?
Well, I was playing on NA today. The 200 ping is really, 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 really bad. I don't think I can do that. So what I'm probably gonna do is I have a few choices. I can either play on the Japanese server where the queue times are really long. I can maybe play on China, but I have problems patching China. But the ping's really good there, and China's definitely a good, solid server. Mm-hmm. I might make that a thing. And another thing is I have a really large Vietnamese audience. Mm-hmm. So if I can play on the Vietnamese server again, I've already played on the Vietnamese server in the past. I got great, excited Vietnamese viewers. They love it. The only problem is I get ghosted a lot, and I get like 140 ping. Oof. But I think that I could probably get the Masters with 140 ping. I did it in NA. I got when they did 140 ping, mm-hmm. I managed to get to Master tier Elo in NA. So I might end up popping into another region and doing an unranked the Diamond there or unranked the Masters. I'm actually interested in an unranked the Masters right now.
Sure, that's a good idea. What ping are you used to now in Korea? I've heard it's really low.
I got 8 ping.
8 ping.
Yeah. Damn. 200's quite different. 200's quite different.
Yeah, because it's not just like that 100 ping is difficult to play with. It's also that you're used to 7. Because I mean, going from like 50 to 100, or for 7 to 100, it's a huge difference.
In general, I start to see problems with my ping around 80 ping. Mm-hmm. I can play up to 80 without really changing my play style at all. After 80, it gets a little bit difficult. So I'm a bit worried about 140 ping on the Vietnamese server. But I think that the Vietnamese they're a lot nicer, and I think in general I could probably play that server okay with 140 ping.
Yeah, and as you said, it's probably better for like anxiety and such to have a nicer player base and more chill games in general. So
yes, absolutely. When I left Korea for events or whatever, or when I left with Trick. When I went to Trick's house, because I keep my meds with me. I have my meds right here, right? Mm-hmm. I keep them with me just in case, I need a pill or something for the increased anxiety. When I went to Trick's, I forgot my meds, which is the worst thing that you can do when you have anxiety because you get anxiety about forgetting your meds. But just being in NA and playing on the NA server, I didn't need my med. I actually did not take a single med. I didn't need my meds. I didn't even go to the doctor. When I came back to Korea, I had my meds pretty much immediate. Yeah, it's bad.
Well, I hope it gets resolved, and I hope it get justice, I guess, for this. I don't know. What's the goal? Do you want to come back to Korea if you can, or?
I plan to continue to play in the Korea server. I'm not looking for justice. I'm just looking for change. Mm-hmm. I'm not expecting my ban to be lifted. I've done things that deserve bans. Like, I have constantly shown my viewers time and time again that you cannot be banned for the things that you say in Korea solo queue, which has led me to saying some pretty bad things. And I admit that was wrong of me, but how else can I prove my point,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
And and yes, I did play that silver account. And yes, when my account was locked and Riot Korea would not help me, I did play on a different account, which, by the way, now belongs to me and is no longer a shared account. Yeah, I'm guilty, but the ban situation is completely unfair. So I plan to take the ban. I don't feel like arguing for the ban. We'll see what Riot NA does about it. If my ban isn't lifted, I'm not going to be disappointed. I do deserve it, but so does everybody else, and they haven't been banned and they haven't been targeted by Riot Korea. So I want to bring awareness to it. I want to actually enjoy playing on Korea server.
Yeah.
I would love that. That's my goal. Just bring awareness to Korea server. That's all I want.
That's a fair goal, and I hope Vietnamese games goes well in the future. And
Oh, they always do. I love the Vietnamese.
well, I'm looking forward to your video where you talk about more of this. And if nothing else, good luck, and I hope it goes well.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm doing this video before I do mine, and I'm gonna sleep before I do mine. So you are just on top of things.
For once, I'm on top of things.
Once in my life. Once in my life. Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Thanks.